The Forest of Secrets. The small town of Willow Creek, hidden deep in the dense forests of northern Maine, held a secret. Locals whispered about the woods, known as the Whispering Forest, claiming there was something unusual about them. But no one took it seriously. At least, not until the day 14-year-old Lisa Morrison vanished. Lisa was known for her adventurous spirit. She often wandered the forest but always made it back home before dark. This time, she didn't. Her backpack was found near a trail leading deeper into the woods. Inside was her journal, and the last entry read, "I know they're here. I heard their voices." Lisa's disappearance shocked the entire town, especially her best friends, 13-year-old Ethan, 12-year-old Sophie, and 11-year-old Noah. They couldn't just sit and wait for the adults to find Lisa. They had to act. Their first clue was Lisa's journal. Among the pages, they found cryptic notes that seemed to mark locations in the forest. Ethan, a puzzle enthusiast, deciphered the code. It pointed to 3 spots on an old forest map: the tree with the eye, the marked stone, and the underground entrance. Determined, the kids gathered their flashlights, pocket knives, and a camera before heading into the woods. Their first stop, the tree with the eye. After an hour of searching, they found it, a massive oak with a carved symbol resembling an eye. Beneath it, they discovered a torn piece of striped fabric, Lisa's sweater. Then Sophie noticed something strange. The tree had tiny scratches, as if someone had tried to carve something else. When they looked closer, they saw the message. She wasn't the first. The second location was the marked stone, a large boulder with a symbol, a triangle with a circle inside. Surrounding it were signs of recent digging. The kids hesitated but decided to check. Under a thin layer of dirt, they unearthed a rusted metal box. Inside were photographs of children who had disappeared over the past 50 years. Lisa's picture was among them. On the back of one photo was a chilling message. They belonged to the forest. Panic set in. This wasn't just a disappearance. Something, or someone, was taking kids. The third location was the underground entrance. They found it near an old fallen tree, hidden beneath thick bushes. Pulling back the branches, they uncovered a narrow staircase leading down into darkness. Ethan suggested they go in. Sophie hesitated. Then, they heard voices. Faint whispers. Coming from below, with their hearts pounding, they descended. The stone tunnel was lined with strange symbols, the same ones from the tree and the stone. At the end of the tunnel, they entered a cavern. And there, tied to the wall, was Lisa. She was alive. Beside her stood a man in a mask. He turned slowly toward them and spoke. "You shouldn't have come here." The man removed his mask. The kids froze. It was Mr. Harper, their history teacher. The one who always seemed kind and warm. But now, his face was cold, his eyes burning with something dark. In his hand was a knife. His voice was calm, yet threatening. "You weren't supposed to see this," he said, stepping closer. Lisa was chosen. And now, so are you. Ethan, always the leader, stepped in front of Sophie and Lisa. His hands trembled, but he held his ground. "Chosen for what?" he asked, trying to stall. Mr. Harper's lips curled into a chilling smile. "To be sold. There are people who pay well for smart, healthy kids. And you, my dear students, are perfect candidates. Sophie's body went cold. She couldn't believe it. Their teacher, the man who helped them with homework and joked in class, was a monster. Lisa sobbed, but Harper didn't even glance at her. Then, something unexpected happened. Noah, the quiet, shy one, stepped forward. His face was pale, but his eyes burned with a strange determination. "I knew you'd do this," he said, looking at Mr. Harper. Silence. Ethan turned to Noah, eyes wide. "What?" Noah took a deep breath. "I helped him." Sophie's stomach dropped. "My family is in debt," Noah continued, voice barely above a whisper. "He promised us money if I helped find new kids." Betrayal hit like a punch to the gut. Ethan's fists clenched, his face burning with anger. "You traitor," he shouted, lunging at Noah. But Mr. Harper moved faster. He shoved Ethan aside, sending him crashing to the ground. Sophie rushed to untie Lisa's ropes. Noah stood frozen, paint etched on his face, but he didn't try to explain. "Enough," Mr. Harper snapped, raising his knife. "None of you are leaving." Then, the cave trembled. The walls cracked. Thick roots slithered through the stone. Rocks began to fall. The forest was waking up. Mr. Harper's face twisted in panic. "We need to get out. Now." Ethan seized the moment. He tackled Harper, knocking the knife from his grip. They wrestled on the ground, grunting and struggling. Sophie freed Lisa, and together they bolted for the exit. Noah stood still, tears in his eyes. He looked at Ethan, then Harper. Then, in a sudden burst of movement, he shoved Harper back, giving Ethan a chance to escape. "Run!" Noah screamed. Ethan, Sophie, and Lisa sprinted toward the exit. But Noah stayed behind. Harper, furious, lunged at him. "You little..." Then, a massive rock fell from above, sealing the cave entrance. The children ran through the forest, hearts pounding, lungs burning. They didn't stop until they reached the edge of town. Lisa was reunited with her family. She never spoke about what happened in the forest. Mr. Harper's body was found in a collapsed cave. Noah was never seen again. The kids never returned to the Whispering Forest. But sometimes, late at night, they still heard the voices from their dreams. They knew the forest was still there, waiting. And one day, it would wake again.